I do think the death penalty is actually overused right now. I think that, when it's meant for the worst of the worst, not somebody who robs a convenience store and kills
but are
somebody
they
in the
using
process.
it for people that rob a convenience store? Like, if
Yeah,
you have to
like-
meet that standard, I mean, it's a pretty tough standard to meet.
Pecuniary gain is one of the standards for the death penalty.
So you can, on that alone.
I believe so. I've only done one case that involved the death penalty. So I think you actually have to have two aggravating factors, like lying in wait and pecuniary gain, or multiple victims, or victim under 12 was the one that in my case.
Yeah. Like, my position on it is that, I'm with Johnny on it. I think some things warrant it, right?
Yeah.
I think we should be it should be scrutinized, and particularly Israel, they don't do it. But they made exceptions.
Yeah, they did
like
once.
They hired Eichmann, they hung him, right? And they're talking about hanging a couple people now, but it's definitely one of those things. But I think that the family, people underestimate, I think, how grotesque some of those photos are going to be coming out, like what these families would have to go through. When you're saying they were prepared for it, do you know that they were like shown this evidence by the state?
That's what they said on national TV today, this morning on the Today Show. So obviously they've indicated that they've seen it. Now, have they seen everything? I mean, there's a lot, I'm sure. But I think that they've indicated that they've seen all these photos and they're ready to testify and they want their chance in court. And, not really sure what they would be testifying to in the trial aspect. To be candid with you,
I don't even know, because
so
they're
when
not.
they say some of these things, as you've indicated, I think a lot of victims just want to make sure that they can be heard. And they
That's
think
fair.
they're fighting for their loved one. That being said, once the individual has accepted a plea, everything they say at the end of the case when he's being sentenced is immaterial.
It's just to be heard.
It's just to be heard.
Right.
And I think that they wanted the opportunity to stand in front of the court and jurors and ask for the death penalty. I think that that's their
At least go through the death phase, and if they say
Be able
no,
to
they say no. We end up in the same spot.
correct.
Right.
I think.
But it must have been, sorry to interrupt, but it
No,
must have been that the state literally had problems with the case if they're not willing to give them that, Think about that. If they're not willing to even go through that, it's not money. I don't think it's money, but who knows with Idaho, maybe it is money.
And the way they told them,
that was just, if that's the case, come on. That's a meeting.
which means
that's
to
a
me
meeting.
there's something up. Right. You have to at least sit them all down.
Or they
Say,
screwed something up.
something happened.
They dropped the ball.